Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to New Stuff TV, the untechnical tech channel. I'm your host, Antoine, back from another trip, but this time hanging out with TCL Richardson because today I'm going to tell you what I saw at TCL's launch event. Was it last week? Yeah, it was last week. I've been holding this secret or these secrets for about 4 days, man. It was like last Wednesday and Thursday. Anyways, they unveiled some stuff, man. I had to take some notes because I don't, I'm untechnical, but I like to get my facts straight. So I wrote some stuff down to share with you, man. I was there. I walk into the room and I see big TVs because that's what TCL is all about. You know what, man? I'm not a big sports guy, and it just dawned on me that TCL is actually the NFL sponsor. Like everywhere you look in the NFL, you see TCL as well. Like that's a big deal, man. They are really trying to push the line when it comes to getting their stuff out there. And they're doing a good job. And they're making great products. And in fact, last year or maybe it was earlier this year, I looked at TCL's website and I was a little bit confused because they got a whole bunch of stuff. So this time around, they're trying to kind of simplify things by, just kind of tidying up the classes of TVs that they have. They still have a whole array of sizes, but they've kind of narrowed it down to two different classes of TVs, which is the S class and the Q class. Now, when I think S class, I think Mercedes, okay? And that's the top dog of the Mercedes, and then you get into the Maybach stuff, right? But no, the S class is the lower tier, and the Q class is the higher tier because that's when you get into QD LED TVs. So this is what I saw there, man. I saw a lot of gaming, I saw a lot of sports, and I saw a lot of freaking brightness and pixels. So the S3, we're going to talk about the S3 or the S class first. So this is the TV class for everybody, all right? You got gamers in there, you got the people who just want to stream their content and just get some good entertainment, man, at a small size, which would be from a 43-inch all the way up to an 85-inch TV. And you just got the regular people who just want to watch good content, man, and see it with a great picture. So this is the kind of TV class that I think the average Joe would actually enjoy. Okay, so they have the S2 and the S3, that's from previous models, and they are carried over into the 2024 lineup, but the S4 has been upgraded to the S5, okay? Now the S5 has the AIPQ processor, and this is a first for the S model, or the S class, because it's previously been in the Qs. Now what this is actually gonna translate to is a brighter, clearer, and more accurate image when you're watching your content. Now they're actually giving you a lot in this S class series of TV, man. Check this out. You're getting HDR Pro Plus with Dolby Vision, HDR10 Plus, HDR10, and HLG with Dolby Atmos. And this is going to be a first for the 55-inch and up S-Class models. They're giving you a gaming upgrade with the Game Accelerator 120 for 120 VRR gaming. Now, as far as sizes, man, they really just kind of wanted everybody to be able to buy one of these TVs and just stick it anywhere. They talked about people who, like, I live in a house, right? So I have space for like, a 65 or all the way up to like a 120-inch TV. So a lot of people live in condos, apartments, smaller spaces. So they decided to make this a range where you can get a TV no matter what kind of space you were living in. So they went ahead and opened it up from a 43-inch to a 50, to a 55, to a 65, to a 75, to an 85-inch class of TV, man. And they're all powered by Google TV, even the Q class, which I'm getting ready to talk about next. Now, in my opinion, the Q class is really targeting the home theater enthusiast and the ultimate sports fan, and of maybe like the ultimate gamer who wants to game on like the most luxurious TV possible, because these TVs are going to have your QD mini LED technology in them, and they range from a 55, 65, 75, 85, 90H, and a big ass 115-inch TV. God dog it. All right. Last week or the week before last, I saw a 110-inch TV and I was like, whoa, that's a big ass TV. But just like last week, I saw a 115-inch TV. You would not think 5 inches was a lot when it came to a TV, but it is noticeably different, okay? That's freaking huge, man. But in order to get one of these gigantic 115-inch QD LED TVs, which is their top dog, King Kong ain't got nothing on me TV, you need approximately, let me see, oh, there it is, $26,999.99. Don't forget the 99 cents. I'm sure they're gonna want that for this TV because it was magnificent. We're talking about sharpness, we're talking about brilliance, we're talking about color, the depth of the color, the range of the colors. And when I looked at it, they were explaining to me like, like the blooming and the halo effect and stuff like that. And I'm talking about just straight up black. The image was the image. When you saw like a person or an object with a black background, you saw two separate things. You saw the object and then you see a black background. There was no halo effect or nothing like that. So it was just such a clean, crisp picture with smooth motion. It was just, that's a good TV, man. I probably won't have one like ever. Now I did get a little bit of private time with one of the TCL representatives and I asked them which model and which size of TV do you think is gonna be the most popular amongst real consumers? I ain't talking about, the $26,000 TV. I'm talking about the everyday dude. You know what I'm saying? Which one do you think is gonna be the most popular? And he actually told me that they're pushing for the 75-inch Q class of TV. And let me see how much that one's gonna run you. There it is. $2,699, which is not a bad price because they're giving you literally everything, man. 120 hertz refresh rate, HDR Ultra with Dolby Vision IQ, HDR 10 Plus, HDR 10. Oh man, check this out. 240 hertz auto gaming mode with AMD FreeSync Premium. Oh, dang. Pro IMAX Enhanced certification, Dolby Atmos with, oh snap, I didn't even get this. The Onkyo 2.1.2 speaker system. The friggin' TV has Dolby Atmos speakers. That's crazy. Okay, that's cool. For those of y'all that don't know what those like 2.1 point whatever numbers are, that last 0.2 means the TV actually has Dolby Atmos in it. Of course, it supports Dolby Atmos if you want to throw in or you want to hook up a soundbar or an AV system to it, but they're really enhancing the speaker system on TVs these days because people do want a cleaner setup. I'm starting to notice that TV speakers used to be absolute trash and they have gotten significantly better. But that has not stopped TCL for giving us two classes of soundbars, man. We got the S class of soundbars and we got the Q class of soundbars. Now let me get this straight, man. We're gonna talk about the S class first. So the S class comes in two models this year. We got the S45H and the S55H, with the S45 coming in at a 2.0 system, or a 2.0 sound system, I should say. And then the S55 is a 2.1. That means you get the soundbar plus the subwoofer. That's what that 0.1 is, for those of y'all that don't know. Hey, they've done some things though, man. They've got this upgraded Dolby Atmos and auto room calibration, which was actually just a thing of the Q series of soundbars. So now, like, dude, they're giving you Q-class features in the S-class model. So that's nice that you can Dolby Atmos and room calibration or auto room calibration. Oh, and this is new too. If you get one of these sound bars, like the center channel on a sound bar, it's usually pretty good by itself, right? But if you have a TCL TV, now they have a feature where you can actually use the TV as the center channel, and it'll help out with that dialogue and everything. It'll kind of uplift the dialogue, throw it at you a little bit, so you can hear better voices and stuff like that, and it doesn't get drowned out by the other speakers, because sound bars are really great, but they're only capable of separating so much. So using the TV as the center channel really opens up that sound profile. Now, I don't want to leave out the fact that all of these soundbar models I'm going to be talking about are going to support a full gambit of audio formats such as Dolby DTS, Virtual X, Virtual 3D Surround Sound, HDMIs, eARC, Bluetooth, and TCL ready capability, and they are wall mountable, just in case you want a nice clean look. You don't have to set it on a TV stand or something like that. You just mount it on the wall right under your TV. But that brings us to the Q series of soundbars, and this is where we get into some big boy stuff. This is actually the one I heard when I was there, and I was kind of taken aback, man. I heard, which one was this that I heard? They got two models, man. They got the Q75H and the Q85H. Now, the Q75H is a 5.1.2 system, okay? But the one I heard was the Q85, and that's a 7.1, I'm sorry, let me go back. It's a 7.1.4. So it's got two satellite speakers. You got your soundbar, right? And then you got your subwoofer, and then you got two satellite speakers. Now, most satellite speakers just have the front firing, and they're just kind of surround sound speakers. These have an additional driver on the top of that, on that speaker, and that is for your Dolby Atmos in the rear, as well as the ones you have on the soundbar in the front. That is the one that I got demoed when I was there, and I was taken aback, man. There was this little room, and I was like, dang, that much bass is coming from that little, the subwoofer is not big, is what I'm saying. It's not a big subwoofer at all, but dang, that thing was thumping out some sound. I was like, is there another one somewhere, or like an additional one? Or you can't add an additional one. It doesn't have that feature, but it's just this little subwoofer sitting there like next to the TV, and it's kicking out sound. And I knew it was sitting there because I could physically see it, but it was kind of hard to localize in my, like with my ears. So it was like playing tricks on me. I know it's sitting there, but it doesn't really sound like it's coming from that particular area. So that was a good job on TCL's front for not being able to localize such a small subwoofer that made such a gigantic sound. Now, as far as the Atmos goes, it was performing well. You know, the room wasn't built for Dolby Atmos, so it didn't have like a flat ceiling or nothing like that, but that thing was throwing around sound extremely well. And I would love to get that thing like in like here or at my house so I can try it out, because, you know, I love TVs, I love my visual content, but when you bring it home, man, you bring home anything you're watching with that sound. When you can get, you know, room filling sound, the front, the left, the right, the center and the rear, left and right, and of course everything is wrapped up in a package once you add that bass. And let me tell you, I'm still impressed by that subwoofer TCL. Dude, that was crazy. Anyways, man, I just wanted to share with you guys what I saw last week at the TCL unveiling. It was a good time, man. It was a nice reception you guys had there. Thanks for inviting me out. Next step is getting my hands on some of this stuff. So hopefully I can get my hands on maybe the 75-inch Q class of TV, just to see, you know, because, you know, when they have them in the displays, you know what I'm saying, they always got them turned on like display mode. They got everything cranked up super high so the look its best, right? But you never really know how this stuff is actually going to perform till you get it alone, and then you could tweak it yourself to your own liking, and you put some real content on there, not like a DVD or something that they have in there, you know what I'm saying? So it'd be nice to get some of that gear here so we can put our hands on it on New Stuff TV. But until that happens, y'all keep being good to each other, and I'll see you when I see you.